Hey everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and we just had a bunch of Shaman cards, 4 to boot, including a brand new legendary just made Nova run off. She is terrified because if you ever leave a board up against Shaman, this new legendary looks like it is going to absolutely destroy. Before we get into the cards though, a reminder that we have our giveaway going on out of my pocket of 2 regular pre-orders and 2 mega bundles. All you have to do to enter is like and comment on the video description below. You know, the one where I'm acting like an idiot, just like in this video. Every video I'm acting like an idiot. And subscribe to the channel. Every 1,000 subs until all the cards are revealed on the 26th. I'm adding another mega bundle. We are closing in on 60K. Hit that sub button. Make me go broke, and it would also just mean a ton if we could hit that milestone. So thank you guys for your support. It's been crazy. So starting off, we got this old Deathrattle thing going on. Deathrattle Shaman. Apparently that's a new thing. And starting off with that, we have a card that I'm going to butcher its pronunciation. Shadow Suffusion, I don't know. 3 mana shadow spell, give your minions Deathrattle, deal 3 damage to a random enemy. That can be to the face, that can be to a minion. This like's got OTK shenanigans written all over it. You have a full board of tokens or whatever, that's 21 damage. That can go face and all that. Couple it with like a Baron, you know, Baron, double your death rattles. That's 6 damage when they die. So you could go like Swarmers, go wide with Swarmers, trade them in and do shenanigans. I don't know how good that is. Again, it requires a board. You gotta play around silence and you gotta have a good effect, but 3 mana is relatively cheap and you can get a lot of damage. I don't know, I never want to undersell cards like this because we've seen historically when you give a mass board death rattle of something, it can do stuff. Although I guess there was that MURLOC spell that gave, like, you gave your death rattles, you gave all your minions a death rattle, give them summon a 1/1 MURLOC, and even that saw play in like MURLOC decks. So I don't know, I'm gonna give this a 3. I don't know what it slots into. I feel like it just does its own thing, but it's like, yeah, Shaman can go wide pretty easily, and then you have just this really annoying thing. But maybe is Bioluminescence still just better, where you're getting spell damage and you can just throw burn face? I don't know. This is more proactive. It can deal damage on the board, trade in, and all that. I'm gonna give it 3 in standard, 2 in wild, where it's really hard to stick stuff in. I feel like the value of this is kind of lost unless you have some crazy OTK, and I can't think of anything offhand other than, like, yeah, bad Baron strategies, which just, if you're talking about Baron, Rivendare, or whatever it's called in your deck, it's probably not going to work out so well. So yeah, 3 in standard, 2 in wild. We have the Harkener of Dread. Yeah, this is bad. This is bad. 5 mana, 2/2 taunt. Okay, undead, sure. Deathrattle, summon a 6/6 undead with taunt. So 5 mana, 8/8. It's annoying, you know. You know what? Maybe it's not that bad because it has taunt. It's really annoying. You gotta kill it, and then you get a 6/6 out of it. It's just like, you think about these like understated Shaman cards, you always seem to want them to be like evolve targets. This is the worst style of evolve target because you need it to die. You don't want to upgrade this 5-drop, so it's its own little thing. Again, you want to proc the death rattle, maybe get more out. Baron again, Baron gonna be meta in Shaman, I have no idea, but I feel like this type of card is just so slow. It does have taunt. That makes it, for me, not a 1-star card, but it's just like like that Skelemancer card that we saw. Actually, there's a Frozen Throat. It's in standard right now. It's like a 5 mana 2/2. If it dies on your opponent's turn, you get an 8/8. I'm gonna give this a 2 in standard, 1 in wild, because again, there's like Potion of Madness and stuff in wild. Like, you just get destroyed. Shadow Madness off Zeth. I'll give it a 2 in standard, a 1 in wild, but again, it just doesn't really slot into too much, at least with the stuff we've seen so far, and we will take a look at in a bit. I am not super convinced that Harkener of Dread is going to be a meta card, but my god, annoying in Arena. You pick this in Arena, if you don't have like any type of transform or whatever, such an annoying card. So really good Arena card, absolutely. We have the Scourge Troll. I've been bad with pronouncing Scourge. I've had people correcting me. I've been asking for it. So Scourge Troll, let me know in the comments, am I finally getting it right? The Scourge Troll. It is a 1 mana 1/3 undead. So premium stats, death rattles given to this minion trigger twice. So there isn't a ton of stuff yet we've seen We you can give it Shadow Suffusion pronunciations. We have that spell that earlier revealed. It's 2 mana. You target him. Oh my god, spoilers. You didn't see that. We have the spell 2 mana, target a minion, and it summons 2/3/2 zombies. So this can summon 4 of those. Like, that's the best thing you can do with it, but that's pretty disgusting, right? You play this, you put that on it, and you trade in, and you get 4 3/2s. That's a lot of stats. Is it worth it for that combo alone right now? Probably not. Is it worth it for this? Probably not. But it's a 1 mana 1/3. It curves out. And if you're playing any of those Deathrattle cards, you might as well run it. We just don't know. Are those going to be meta cards? But it's premium stats, tribe, 1-drop effect. It is a very specific, niche, and unique effect. But I just feel like you double up stuff on this, it's probably going to happen, and I'm going to give it a 3. Again, if there was like a really like consistent good strat I can think of offhand, I give it a higher mark than that right now. But I feel like, yeah, it's probably going to see play. I just don't know what is it going to be that scam? Are you just putting zombies on it? Maybe. We have more shaman cards to come too, so there could be more stuff, and maybe I'm not thinking of something you guys want to let me know. You can give us Reborn with that. No, that's a Death Knight card, I think. There's a 3/4 that gives Undead Reborn. That really doesn't synergize at all because Reborn's not Deathrattle, but I'm just spitballing here. Anyways, I'm gonna give this a 3 out of 5 in Standard. Again, in Wild, I don't know what you're doing. It's probably not happening in Wild. You'd have to be like, it's a whole new archetype. And again, there's just so many more ways to get punished in Wild for any like Deathrattle-y stuff. I mean, Big Priest knows all about that with all the devolve effects, and there's a lot of stuff targeting that already. So I'll give it a 2 in Wild, but it's a card to look out for sure. And I certainly didn't spoil this. We have the Shaman legendary here. It's an Undead Murloc Rotgill. 5 mana 3/6, so whatever stats, not the best, but Battle Cry. Give your other minions, and this is a Deathrattle we have never seen before, give your other minions +1/+1. I don't think we've seen it. So you have a wide board, right? And you put this on. For every minion that dies, it buffs, right? Like, it gives +1/+1 to everything, and then +1/+1 to everything, and then +1. It stacks, and it gets a little out of control, so that's a little bit scary. You leave a board up against Rotgill, you are in serious trouble. But you leave a board up against Shaman basically ever, you're always in trouble, because Bloodlust is a card. So yeah, these token Deathrattle decks get like this really insane, it's not really sticky, but like a sticky kind of buff. This is a really hard one to evaluate. I have no idea if this is good. It seems kind of bad, to be honest with you. You need a board, and then you need it to not get silenced. You need it to trade in good ways, and then I feel like if you're already in that position, you've already won with like a Bloodlust style card. If this is hitting a good amount of targets, you can play a bunch of stuff and then play Rotgill and go from there. But that's very late game centric. And I guess in Wild, where you have Scargill, you can make this 1 mana and do stuff. But there is something to note here. Clownfish. Clownfish is a card, 3 mana 3/2. Your next Murloc you play costs 2 less. There are some combo abilities where you play a Clownfish. This is 1 mana. And you can play other minions that aren't Murlocs, then play Rotgill, do stuff. I feel like because Clownfish is a card, because Shaman has access to, you can play that 5 mana draw 3 Murlocs. There's a token deck out there that can abuse this. I'm not sold that it's like this crazy, insane card. I hope I didn't clickbait the video with that. You never know. This guy likes to get crazy over cards. But I do think it's serviceable. I think it's playable just because of the mass mana cheat, the mana cheat available to Shaman. And plus you can macaw this, right? Like, you can follow it up and build another board and then play a macaw or something. I'm going to give it a 3. I'm not sold on it being absolutely nuts or anything like that. But as I said, those shenanigans are there, and I think it could lead to a playable style of like mid-range burst style, really annoying deck to deal with, but will be susceptible to board clears, silences, and all of that. So we'll have to see the validity of it, but I don't think it's a bad card. I don't think it's just us, but it also could be. It very well could be. And in Wild, I'll give it a 3 because Scargill's out there, and you could do like Clownfish, Scargill, Rotgill. I don't know. You probably just want to do Shutterwalk stuff instead, but I will be generous and and give it a 3 in both standard and wild. So that's all the cards for today. Tomorrow there will be Druid and Mage. Oh no, that's on the 18th. Sorry. Tomorrow there'll be Warlock and more Paladin cards. So we should probably have 2 more review videos. So stay tuned for that. And then 16th and 17th, there's that Death Knight whole showcase thing. So we'll have a break from that and we'll probably talk about some other stuff. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.